Most of the world's oil is traded in a single currency, the US dollar. This is called the petrodollar system. It means, no matter which country you are, if you want to buy oil, you need dollars. And when everyone needs dollars, the dollar stays strong. In the country that prints the dollar, its influence also stays strong. This is the core foundation of the United States' economic and political power. The country that sells oil demands dollars. The country that buys oil pays dollars. And the country that creates dollars controls the global economy. If any country stands against the dollar, the consequences are severe. Today, China, Russia, and other countries are fighting against it, but the dollar is still king. Many people see the dollar as just a currency, but behind it works a kind of dark psychology. A system that has been running for many years feels safe to people. The dollar is that familiar system. So when a country says, "We will move away from the dollar," markets panic, investors pull out, pressure begins to build. This is not just politics, this is human fear. The first strike against the dollar. The first victim was Saddam. The year was 2000. Iraq's president, Saddam Hussein, made an announcement. "We will sell our oil not in dollars, but in euros." It sounds like a small announcement, but its meaning was much deeper. It was the first direct strike against the dollar's global dominance. In 2003, the United States attacked Iraq. Saddam Hussein was arrested. Later, he was executed. The decision to change the oil currency was that invisible boundary which was crossed. After the first strike against the dollar, the first major victim was Iraq. Now we move to Libya. The year was 2009. Libya's leader, Muammar Gaddafi, made an announcement: a gold-backed currency for Africa, a currency that would not depend on the dollar, a currency that could free African countries from dollar-dependent trade. But in 2011, NATO began a military operation in Libya. Gaddafi was killed. Libya is still suffering from political and economic instability. The idea of moving outside the currency system, then international intervention, then the fall of leadership. Now we come to the present time. Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro, wanted to sell oil to China in yuan and to Russia in rubles. This was an important step as an alternative to the petrodollar system. Between Russia and Venezuela, several non-dollar measures were taken to reduce dependence on the US dollar and to make trade easier. As a result, Venezuela's president and his wife were taken overnight by the US Army, and the United States ordered Venezuela to end all relations with China and Russia. Now let's understand the petrodollar system in a simple way. Imagine you are a petrol pump owner in India. You need to buy oil from Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia says, "We sell oil only in dollars. You cannot buy oil with rupees. First, you must arrange dollars. When you buy dollars, your country's foreign currency reserves decrease, and the dollar becomes even stronger." But pressure is building against the petrodollar system. China is trying to buy oil in yuan. Russia is trading outside the dollar. Venezuela searched for alternatives. Saudi Arabia has also started discussions with China about trading in alternative currencies. These are small cracks, but the dollar will not be challenged so easily, because the global economy still looks to the dollar for stability. Change has begun, but control is still in the old hands. Where this change will finally end, no one can say for certain right now. History teaches us one thing: the dollar is not just a currency. The dollar is power, and power does not easily give up its place. If you want to understand economics, not just as news, but through human psychology and decision-making, this channel is for you. For psychology, economics, and finance-based analysis, subscribe and stay with us.